Right, good morning Bernard.
And good morning to you. What a beautiful day it is.
Lovely.
And we're not too far from home today. We're parking here on the road and going to walk over New Biggin Crags, which are a great feature as you go up the motorway, as you well know. And that'll form the morning probably of our walk. And then we'll strike off across here, across the ridge, and then unfortunately down into Hutton Roof. There's the church in Hutton Roof, and then in this direction, and I've already been telling you about this route here, which was full of nettles once when we did it, and we were all stung to not this year. And then back to the cars. So it's not only here, is it? Six miles today, but over 1,000 feet of climbing today.
Oh, it's a lovely day.
Beautiful.
And there's 10, I believe.
10 of us, yeah.
So we're split in the way we're parked because it's there's another group round here as well. They're having a walk along here as well, so we'll probably be seeing them during the day. But there's 10 of us, and when we get together, we'll get going. And we're off, and we're immediately off the road onto the fell side, walking on some very pleasant grass, very nicely trimmed by the resident animal population, the sheep, and good walking. So just a little bit of orientation. Over that way we're looking towards Kirby Lonsdale, our old friend Ingleborough over there. This is just the back of the scar that we're on, and then down in the dip here we've got Morecambe Bay with the power station at Heysham. This will be Arnside Knot, I think, or maybe Wharton Crag actually. And then we're swinging round. Need to get a little bit higher just to see over towards the lakes. That's the sort of country that we're in today. That's where we are. We're very much the South Lakes. We're not even as far north as Kendal. And let's hope we get this weather holds and we've got a lovely day ahead. So 5 minutes ago we were just on flat green moorland, and now we've just come up to this limestone scar that's running along here. Still climbing up, just going up higher, a little bit higher, so we'll see what the view's like at the top of it. So I've just had a little pull up there now, a little bit of a climb, just coming around here. And above this gorse in the background there, I think that's Grange over Sands, far distance. Coming round the bay, and here we are on a limestone pavement. Just a little pull up here. This is where we walked up before, and then we're round back to Ingleborough and the lower Howgills. Beautiful today, bit of a breeze, blue sky, a little bit of wispy cloud, just the right sort of temperature for walking, not too hot, and we're in for a good day, I think. So we've moved on up, cutting across and round that limestone face, moving roughly north-east, I think, and there's a bit of limestone landscape. Just
Las Vegas because he was doing a competition, the international competition.
Interesting all the way. Limestone caving country all around here. So here we are, decision time. First decision. Is it that way? Is it that way?
I've got my own natural.
Or is it through the gate? Leader says over the stile, so let's hope he's right. So this is the top of New Biggin Crags. This limestone area they've been walking on. It might be a little distant, but this is Isham Power Station, and then the bay round Morecambe, running round Morecambe. A little difficult to see with this. You can just about make out a little blimp on the horizon, which is Williamson's Park Ashley Memorial. Then you're onto the Bleasdale Fells there, coming round over top of Bleasdale over towards the Ingleton area, then Ingleborough, and then the Howgills, lower Howgills there, upper Howgills here at the back, coming round. This is probably, I'm just thinking whether that's Kendal or not there. It's probably not, I wouldn't have thought. Could be over towards Sedbergh and that way. And then a little bit more of New Biggin Crags, and we're heading to Farleton Knott. Keep passing these. It's a lovely little orchid that's part of the landscape up here. I'm just heading upwards and upwards now, hopefully to the top of Farleton Knott, which should be over here somewhere. So we're now at the top of Farleton Knott. This is the scar that we've walked up, and this is the eastern fells, running round all that way over to Coniston, and then the Kent Valley. This here down at the bottom you've got the M6. Across the middle there is Onside Knott. Well, I just try and get my feet sorted out, a bit of a juggle there. Onside Knott there, coming round the bay, Warton Crag with the power stations just over the top of it, then the bay at Morecambe, across Williamson's Park Ashley Memorial sticking up, the Bleasdale Fells again, going round there, round here, over to Ingleborough, the low Howgills, Barbandale and so on and so forth, and coming round here onto the Howgills themselves, and the wind farm there. It's beautiful. What a glorious, glorious view this is. Fabulous. And this was 11's at the top of Farleton Knott. We've just finished. We're heading down now this way towards the bay, but then we'll be swinging south again, back towards our start point. We're almost walking a figure of 8 today, I think. We'll probably be having lunch at where we park the cars. So there's a bit of interesting terrain here now. With all of this, it's rather narrow, and it's a bit thin, but we're going round this way. So it's throwing up some challenges, is this little path here. As you can see, very narrow. Limestone scar on the right, but there's a bit of a drop down there that we've all been trying to avoid and have done so far successfully. But there doesn't appear to be another path, so we're stuck on this anyway. And all the while the 70-mile-an-hour club carries on. And 2 minutes later, here we are, back on lovely moorland. That's the limestone scar on the right, as I say, and you can see what the drop was. And we've come round that little buttress there, which was the challenging bit. So we're on the way down now, and here's a big limestone quarry here. We're taking big chunks out of that scar there in a bit, and it's working. There's a lot of dust flying as the wagons roll past. Just coming down off Farleton Knot now. Let's say motorway down at the bottom there, and then over to the Coniston range. Well, from here, just back to a gate there, we got to a little fork in the path. We took the wrong fork initially, with the best of intentions, the best of reasons, and we ended up following a wall, and then we decided we were going the wrong way, so we were coming back. Somebody said, well, let's just go over the wall, and this was the wall. So if we'd have gone over that, there weren't any stiles. I don't know why. We'd have just been it'd be a bit like Beecher's Brook, that, but a lot higher. Quick 6 foot over the wall, and then a 30-foot drop. Well, we've walked one circle of part of the figure of 8. Just had lunch. We're back at the cars here, and we're just setting off now. We went that way this morning. We're going this way this afternoon. So we've just come up a slope, and we're now walking through. Beware forestry operations, he's saying. I'm thinking this looks like a bit of clearance from the old storms recent that passed last 3 or 4 years. There's a lot of debris around, but it's all being tidied up now. Good footpath, and we're wearily wending our way along it. It almost feels like we're walking a contour line now, an actual contour line with the thickness of the path, not too wide at all. Through this lovely trees, nice shaded area just after lunch. Very pleasant walking conditions. Well, this is probably as good a place as any to stop and tarry a while till the others catch me up. See if we can get a plane. Can I get a plane finally? We can hear it. I don't know. He's looking through this big screen. Never mind. So the Howgills, the wind farm towards T-Bay, over to the lakes, and there's the scar that we were on this morning, and here's the wanderers going up the path. And now we've moved off the higher path, which was up there, and we're dropping down now towards Priest Hutton, the hamlet of Priest Hutton, which is down here. We've come off the ridge of the second scar, still walking towards the lower Howgills over there, and the Howgills there. Still a glorious day, and people in good spirits, as you can hear from the laughter behind me. And now we're heading northish, northwest. A few bluebells about here. Nice leafy, shady gladed path that we're walking along here. So I think we're at the bottom southeast arc of the figure of 8. heading north to come back round to head back up to the car. And this is opening up from that gladed area now, and here we are at, I think, the church at Priest Hutton. I think, well, hamlet of Priest Hutton. And this, I think, is the church, but we'll find out in a moment. So this is what we've just come down off, Hutton Roof Crags, and this is the church at Priest Hutton. And it's a lovely, lovely little church. You can just see the church tower to the left of this hedge on in the centre of the picture. Come down the road, still got these fabulous views. You can just see Ingleborough through the trees round Barben. And we're on afternoon brew now. 2 o'clock is, and then we're walking down this track, and this is the famous track of Bernard's nettles that he mentioned this morning, where they were rather painful, I think, later on in the year, so hopefully they won't have grown to any substantial height today. And this is Nettle Alley. Just been talking, Bernard's just saying if you come down here in autumn in a pair of shorts, you'll never forget it. It's just all nettles, both sides. It's not bad today, actually. You can get a bike down here quite easily. It's easy to walk. I've walked this late on in the year, and it was horrible. Bad day. Not a nice day like today. Very sticky underfoot. So we've got a bit of a bonus today. So we've just come out of that Nettle Alley, walking across some lovely fields here. It's nice grass fields here, bit of silage, not been cut yet, and we're heading, I think that's New Biggin Crags there that we were on this morning, and then we'll be coming round here, heading above this barn to where those telegraph poles are on the top, I think. And round about there is going to be, I hope, where the cars are parked. So we've walked along the ridge there and then dropped down to Priest Hutton, which is behind those bushes. As we look out over there, I've just been corrected, unfortunately. Well, fortunately for me. I've been giving everybody duff gen all afternoon. I've talked about Priest Hutton, and if you put it into Microsoft Word now, and press replace, if you put Priest Hutton in and replace it with Hutton Roof, then that's where we've been. So I'm sorry about that, folks, but we're in this area. It's a rough area. Well, if I can breathe and commentate, then we've just come up from the telegraph pole that's above Bernard's head down the bottom there. It's not the way that I would like to finish a walk every time. Thank you very much, it's been very good of you. But what a horrible way to finish. We just come climbing and climbing and climbing. Just a little bit more to go now. Here, Farleton Lupton Road. We're going up here, and I think we're on the Burton Carnforth Road, and then we'll drop down to the cars. So we'll leave the view behind, and here we are, back at the cars, top of the hill finish. Eddie and Co first away, a little bit further, another 100 metres for us to walk. A great day today, lovely walk, fabulous views, which is still going on as we walk back down to the car. Great day out. Join us next week when we're going to somewhere that might be even prettier than here. We're going to Tarn House next week, which should be beautiful. Let's hope for good weather, because it's stunning there. Bye now.